Hi Virgo, here is a general look at your solar chart for July 2009 from Diana, who's on her holidays. Now I think there's going to be a strong group dynamic going on for you this month, Virgo, so networking will also be important, or collaborating with others in some way, working or playing with others. This is all going to be highlighted, and mixing with those with whom you have aspirations and ideals in common. There's going to be a lot for you to learn as you're exposed to these new ideas, and many fresh influences are going to be blowing into your life, and that's going to be before the 12th especially. Others may come to you for advice or some expertise that you may have, or indeed you may be seeking out somebody for their expertise, their advice, their knowledge. There's going to be appreciation of your abilities more this month, Virgo, and your image and presentation skills are going to be important, particularly after the 4th. It may be necessary to have a more formal business head on your shoulders from the 12th, when you're going to be more in demand in a formal kind of way in the bigger outer world. But from the 5th, you're going to be attracting people who help you get ahead, who ease the way for you, who give their support to help you with your career or any goals or ambitions in your life that you wish to achieve at the moment. So use this supportive energy to initiate or improve relationships with authority figures, or bosses, in any kind of sphere of employment, people in positions of power, people that are important to you. This area here is going to be eased for you, and you're going to be given connections which will help you on the ladder of success. So in July, those others are going to be more sympathetic to your aims, more sympathetic to your abilities. You could get some kind of promotion, some kind of recognition. During the 3-week period from the 5th, you may get good business advice. Somebody may come along and help you with your presentation skills, or you get an image makeover, or your workspace gets some kind of a makeover. You could be just wanting to enhance whatever it is, tools that you're using or your setup in some way. Definitely a time to make steady progress with what's important to you then in worldly terms, and others will be, I think, quite captivated by your charm and style. Well, they could be. So that will be a time that you can be persuasive, and if you want to achieve something, you want to go for some kind of upgrade or employment or funding, then that will be the time to do that after the 5th. And others may seem adversarial or demanding at times from the 12th, and although the support is still going to be there from one angle, from another angle, it would be better for you to work as independently as possible, or even be your own boss if you can. This is going to be a good time for a new project to get off the ground, or for positive recognition of your abilities and skills, as I say. But in this other area here, from the 12th anyway, you could find yourself crossing swords with an authority figure or two. Also, something or somebody could come to your aid related to health. That's your own health, or someone under your care, and so that looks pretty positive there as well. So from the 18th, you're into a more introspective phase then, touching base with yourself, processing a lot, synthesizing things, thinking more deeply about things, but still very much out there and getting practical achievements under your belt, whether they are thrust upon you or whether you have initiated them yourself. You'll need to be flexible, but dynamic Mars is going to give you the stamina to pick up the gauntlet and to meet the challenges. Now, there's going to be a total eclipse of the Sun on the 22nd of July. That's, for you, going to mean new beginnings around the people you associate with, and in a kind of a group sort of way, also friends. So group efforts, anything humanitarian or which works for the good of the whole, so any organization that is altruistic or trying to bring about social change, something very progressive, something which is breaking new ground. There's a real innovative feel to all of this, and you may be at the cutting edge of things, bringing in new knowledge in some way, or being, part of the wheels that are going round, a very important cog in the wheel. So you could be involved in organizing an event, or involved in the event from the other side of things, and something very innovative and unique to the world. So this eclipse is going to trigger changes, open things up there, and allow for new beginnings in that area. You yourself could be studying a new technique or getting familiar with a technology then, or it has this progressive futuristic feel, so could be pushing forward with something which, as I say, may be quite fringe, or something that you're unfamiliar with. Now, this eclipse is going to help you solidify your hopes and dreams for the future by taking a new, an original approach on something. Something right at the cutting edge of current thinking. So that sounds quite exciting, and there really is quite a buzzy, exciting feel with that. And now, loved ones or colleagues' lives, continue to undergo changes, blowing hot and cold, and you will continue to have to adjust the way you relate to each other because of this changing energy. The best way to go with this is to encourage new interests in common. Find new ways of working with a partner or a mate, find new pursuits together, because if this isn't happening, and if one of you is staying static, then the universe is likely to make the choice for you, which you could take you by surprise, and maybe isn't the choice that you would be making for yourself. Virgos with birthdays from the 8th to the 13th are going to be feeling the squeeze, the sort of heavy, go slow energy of Saturn around. It just is this reality check time that comes around quite strongly for you every 29 years, poking you and prodding you, as it were, for faults. So if there's any weak bits, if there's any bits of you that are under strain or pressure, then you're going to feel that really sort of lent on even more heavily, which is going to force you, yes, it's not fair, but this is the way it works, force you into reaching out to make a new choice and take a new path. It is just simply a question of persevering and being patient, and putting one foot in front of the other until you come out the other side, which is, this last passage of Saturn over those of you born at this time is occurring now. So this is when kind of the die is cast, and you make those decisions as a result of this sort of extra responsibility and pressure that has been on you of late. And then you come out into this new cycle in your life where you are fit and ready to get on with the next chapter in your life. That testing time will then be over. Well, that's it for July. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.